Hello there. My name is Sonja, and I'm volunteer at hospice with the bereavement group, and I work with both adults and children. And I'm glad to be able to spend some time with you today. Before we start our story, we're going to just settle ourselves down a little bit. You may have been playing or doing schoolwork or something, so the other thing that I want you to know that the actions that I'm going to do, a little girl from kindergarten taught me how to do this. And so I thought we could try it. You'll see over here, there's a big candle, and that candle represents light in the darkness. And then I've got two little candles, and one is your candle, and the other candle represents your loved one that you are missing so dearly. So let's just begin with taking 3 deep breaths and breathe in slowly and breathe out. And take a deep breath in and out, and breathe in and breathe out. And I breathe slowly in, I breathe slowly out. My breath is a pathway to peace, moving softly through me. Each day I can breathe and be. And now we're going to have a story. Our book today is called The Memory Box, a book about grief. And you'll see she has a box here, and we're going to talk about that box. I lost my balloon once. I tried so hard to hold on tight, to never let it go. But it was windy, and I was running. I watched it fly higher than the trees, above the clouds, past where I couldn't see, and I was sad. But not as sad as I am now. I can always get another balloon, but I can never have another you. I miss you. Sometimes I wondered, what happened to your love now that you're gone? Did it die too? Because I'm scared I'll forget you. Sometimes I wish I could still give you a hug. I would hug you so tight in a great big bear hug, and I'd never let go. I'm making a box so I won't forget you. With our memories, like sand from the beach where we played, and left footprints as we ran, crashing from waves. I want to go everywhere we have been, everywhere you have been. Look at the shell and the camel, and these look like stamps maybe that were sent. Everywhere we wanted to go. I go to places that help me think of you. I look around and remember. It makes me smile. Then I find the perfect thing for my memory box. Look, she's got a stone that looks almost the shape of a heart. Some days are good. I laugh and I smile. Other days I wonder if I'll ever stop feeling sad you're gone. But I always think of you. So many things remind me of you. Today, I'm asking everyone about their favorite memories of you. Silly, sweet, some just so you. I'm listening to every word, imagining you laughing with us. All gathered around, and there's the memory box. Look what she's going to put in there from that picture. Here's where she's already putting some stuff in. There's a feather, an envelope, a key. Looks like a heart and a penny in there. And she's decorated the box. Okay. It helps me when I think about our special times. And it even helps to still do the things we planned to do together. You're still with me in my heart. Now I'm making new memories. My first time on a roller coaster, trying a new sport, exploring a new place. And I'll always share these memories with you. I was afraid I would forget you, but I won't. You'll always be with me, no matter where I go. Whenever I miss you, I'll think of you, and I will never forget. Oh, look at this beautiful memory box that she has made. And that is the end of our story. And I think for our craft, when we come to that, we'll make a memory box. Well, we've just finished reading this book, and now we're coming over here to our craft desk to give a try at making a memory box, like this little girl was going to make. And since it sounded to me like maybe it might have been her grandma that she had is missing, so that's what we're going to pretend. We're making our memory box for a grandma, for maybe your grandma. And to begin with, we can do any kind of box. Going to the dollar store, it can be fun. You can get somebody to take you there and you can pick out a box. You may want one that's like this, that has nice shells and nice color on it. Or here's a different shape box. It's very plain, but a nice color. And then we have this box, it's a little bit bigger. And that's the one we're going to use right now. So you look at it, first there's lots of places where you can decorate it, however you wish, and we'll come to that. But I'll just put the lid under here. And now we need to think about what you want to put in this box. This little girl spoke about some pictures to put in. So I have a wedding picture of a grandma. This was when she was very young and she wasn't a grandma. Took a long time before she became a grandma. But anyway, this is her wedding picture. So I'm going to put that in there. And then here she is when she is older, and perhaps I know some children who just loved this grandma, and she made little animals, you can see. So that's something we're going to put in the memory box, that picture, because she was probably in her 80s when that picture was taken. And here's one of the things that she made, one of those little animals. So that's something that you can touch. You can take it out of the box, hold it close to you. You can even take it to bed with you and then put it back in the box in the morning, something like that. So maybe your grandma has given you something very special, and you can take it in and out of the box. So we've got that to put in. And this grandma loved to crochet. And so she had crocheted some of these that you can use for putting, say, a cup on it or anything on. But it's a nice way to remember what she used to do. So we'll put that in. Now, a very dear friend of hers used to do woodworking, and she had wanted to have a cross made for her. And so she asked this friend if he would carve a cross for her. So that's what he did, and made this, and then put it on a long chain. And so that can go in the box. So there's all sorts of things that you can put in the box related to your loved one, little things. Then, something else, can be little things. You could put a cup. Today you get these kind of cups where you can put people's pictures on. So maybe you could even get somebody in the house to order something like that for you if you have a favorite picture of, say, grandma or whoever. And then it'll go on the cup. You can drink from it. You can put it in your memory box. This one's going in because it's broken. So it's going to go in here. But it's a memory. There. So we'll put it in there. Now, something else that you might think of. This little girl liked to walk on the beach. And in a couple places there's some shells that they had collected. So I brought some shells. Let's see what we can. There's some shells. Now perhaps you've had a chance to walk with your loved one on the beach, and maybe you collected some shells. I don't know if you ever stopped and really looked at how beautiful each shell is. And so many of them are different. The design, you take this one, and you take this, they're very different. But anyway, I don't know if you knew this or not, but long, long time ago, there was a little creature that lived inside here. And eventually that shell was built around the creature, and it could walk on the sand along. And then it came the time when the creature died. But there was this beautiful shell left. And that became a memory shell of the creature that was there. This could also be your memory shell of your grandma or whoever it is that you are missing so dearly. And so when you look at this shell, you have it's a memory shell, but it's going in the memory box. So that's something just to think about. And you might even want to put a shell that you like for yourself. So I'm going to put this one in here. So there's two of them. And then you may remember when you started to watch this video, we did a breathing exercise, and we had a candle, big candle, and then we had two little candles. And I said one was for you and one was for your loved one. So what you could do, you could take a marker, and I have a marking pen here, and I'm going to put my initial on here with the marking pen. And I'm going to put the grandma's initial on the other one. And I didn't realize this when I started, but the grandma's name was Ula. This one is Sonja. And if you put them together, it says us, which is rather fun to have. And then you can put those both in your memory box. And anytime you want, you can take them out. You can take your grandma's one out. And remember, you just light it. There it's lit. And that'll help you. You might even want it on at night when you go to sleep. So those are the memory things. So we've done just about there. You can put much more in. There's still lots of room in the box. But the other thing that we can do is decorate this. That's why I like the plain one. And one of the things you might want to do is, this is something you might do. Go to the dollar store and go to the sticker section. And there's all kinds of stickers there. And maybe you can get a few different kinds. But this is rather nice. So I'm going to take one and I'm just going to put it here. Now I know sometimes people like to decorate all the way around and on top. So we're going to just put these all over the box. And that's the love symbol that we talk about so often, a heart. And Valentine's Day, we have that once a year too. There. So we'll put those, and you can always keep adding with that. And then one that I know children love to look at is this kind of sticker sheet. And there's a happy face, and maybe what we try to do, at least I think is helpful, anything that you put on the box, if you can connect it somehow to your loved one, like to grandma. And grandma was a very loving person, so that's why all there. Grandma liked to smile all the time, so I'm going to put a little sticker, smile sticker there. And there's a lot of different ones here. She loved music, so we'll put a music sticker over there. So that gives you the idea. You can just take all sorts of things from there. And now she never drove a car. She always used to travel on a bus, and you may find some stickers. This has lots of cars and trucks. This might be more for a grandpa. You might find lots of things there. But let's see what else that I found that I could put on here. Here's a bus. Because one day when I was driving in the snow, I was thinking, she used to love to take the bus on a snowy night and go down into the city to the show, to a theater. So there's a bus. And now, other thing, there's some little bears. She actually, when she was making that rabbit that's in here, she used to make little bears. So there's the bear that you can think of. Now, one of the things you might want to put a name on. And Some people like to put it on the side, some like to put it on the top. And I'm going to put it on the top here. And her name was Ula. And hopefully we have two L's. We do. Right here. And an A. There. So now you can see we've got her name there. And I'm going to put something else